Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I'm going to be letting you know the Springboks starting lineup and reserves for their upcoming fixture up against Wales this weekend. But if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But nonetheless, let's get straight into this lineup. Right, so the Springboks have very recently announced their side. We are still very early in the week, which means that we will have to wait a couple more days until we get to see the Welsh side. But at this stage of the Springboks, they have got some changes in their starting lineup from the Rugby Championship, mainly due to injury, but we will be going through them right now, starting with the front row. Number 1, Oxnashe. Number 2 will be Bongi Umbanambi. And then number 3 is going to be Trevor Nakanye. So going with a relatively similar front row to what they had in the Rugby Championship, having Malcolm Marx, he is going to be off the bench, and he is a very talented player to have, a super sub, if you will. So it is going to be exciting to see what he can do. Then looking at the locks, these two very talented players. 4 is going to be Eben Etzebeth, and 5, Lou Diaga. Now the line-out steal will be somewhere that the Springboks may be able to flourish in this game due to the fact that Alan Wynne-Jones is not going to be playing for Wales, which could mean that there's just a little bit of indecision in the Welsh line-out. Definitely with Ken Owens also out due to injury, so it completely changes the dynamic for Wales in this game, which is why the Springboks with Etzebeth and Diaga could really make the most of those lineouts when they do occur. Then looking at the loose forwards, number 6 is going to be Sia Khaleesi, number 7, Kwagga Smith, and then number 8, the dangerous, I almost just said, but the dangerous Dwayne Vermeulen. He is going to be off the back of the scrum, and he is a very talented player alongside his other 2 loose forwards for this matchup. Now looking at the number 9, it is going to be Herschel Jantjies. Faf de Klerk out with a hip injury, which does mean he is going to be missing this Northern Hemisphere tour. Instead, Jantjies will get the start, and I am excited to see what he can do at number 9 due to the fact that we have been used to seeing Faf de Klerk, and his kicking game was very prominent throughout the Rugby Championship. So now that they are going with Herschel Jantjies, is it going to carry over, or do we get to see something a little bit more aggressive in terms of that running game from Herschel Jantjies? Definitely, maybe with the option off the bench that they have gone with here. But number 10, it is once again going to be Handré Pollard, who I assume will have kicking responsibilities for this game as well. Then looking through at the centres, number 12, Damien Dialende, with number 13 being Lucanio Arm. Very, very solid midfield combo for them. And Lucanio Arm, that pass that he did in the Rugby Championship up against the All Blacks, the round the back flick, is something that people will remember for a long time. Perhaps he can create some magic like that in this game up against Wales. Number 11 for this game, it is going to be Makazole Mapimpi once again. And he had a very good game up against the All Blacks for his last game of the Rugby Championship. Also out on the other wing, it is not going to be Cheslin Colby. It is not going to be Sebo Nkosi. Instead, it is going to be Jesse Creel getting an opportunity for the first time of the Rugby Championship or of the Northern Hemisphere Tour. So it is pretty awesome to see him there. And the starting lineup, I believe, if I'm not wrong, he may not have even played in the British and Irish Lions Tour either. So that does mean that Jesse Creel now gets the opportunity at 14. And then at 15, it is not going to be Willie LaRue. Instead, they have gone with Damien Valimza. But that is the starting lineup for the Springboks. Now we will look at the reserves, and they are going to be as follows. Number 16, it is going to be Malcolm Marx. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier on, loves the rolling maul and is a very dangerous player in the breakdown if they do not clean him out early. Number 17, it is going to be Stephen Kitsoff. Number 18, Vincent Cox. So 2 very strong scrummagers will be coming off the bench for the Springboks in this fixture. Number 19, it is going to be Franco Mostert, with number 20 being Jasper Wiese. So 2 very talented players. Franco Mostert, they still have the option of maybe putting him in the loose forward trio if they need to, or he can come on at lock and really make an impact in those lineouts as well. Number 21, it is going to be Cobus Reinach. The last time we saw that man play was up against Argentina in the early stages of the Rugby Championship, so it is going to be pretty awesome to see him get a run round, as he has got plenty of acceleration, also a bit of vision in behind that he might be able to scout some gaps. Then 22, it is going to be Elton Jantjies for this fixture, who did come off the bench for that last game up against the All Blacks, was able to nail a drop kick in the final moments, and also the penalty that did win the Springboks the game. And then number 23, to close out the starting lineup and reserves, it is going to be Frans Steyn, who is also a very talented kicker if they do need to use him. But nonetheless, that is the starting lineup and reserves for the Springboks for their upcoming fixture up against Wales. Like I mentioned, early morning here in New Zealand, the game is going to be taking place. I want to say it is a 6:30 start time, but we are going to be up on this channel to be able to watch it, and it is going to be on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel for our live stream that we are going to be doing the live commentary for, so be sure to check that out. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.